Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. This Saturday, um, for a special edition of Just My Thoughts. And today's topic is colorism. Colorism. So I dressed for the occasion, full of color. My background, my background is skyline is always full of color. Um, yeah. So just wanted to give a shout out to everyone. Start out the show like we always started it out. Peace, positive elevation always creates elevation. Positive energy always creates elevation. That's peace for those that don't know. Um, yeah, it was a wonderful. We're gonna have a maybe I don't know how long the show will be. Just depends on if we have callers, of what we talk about, or what I feel like getting into. But colorism. Um, it's a big issue in society, and colorism has played a part in a lot of things, a lot of roles, a lot of job placements, society in general. Colorism. Colorism was created to really, I don't know, say I want to say give an even playing field to the weaker people, um, because it was the British, the Caucasians. You might as well say the Caucasians. They used this colorism, and it was of their father, Yaqub, um, who initiated the colorism. See, the colorism was initiated when, and from black you have all color. It's all absorption of color equals black. All colors within black. It's a black is a absorption of every color. But our skin tone isn't black; it's brown, and most people are shades of brown. Whether you're light brown, dark brown, pale brown, whatever, uh, shades of brown. Um, and Yakub knew this. Um, Albinoism, that comes from a black person, lack of pigmentation. Um, and what he would do, he would to graft a lighter skinned person, he would take two light skinned people and would mate them together. And he did this over a course of long period of time until he came out with the Caucasian race. Um, and that was the lack of all color. And white is a reflection of all color. Reflection. It reflects everything, all color. Cool was a scientist that lived thousands of years ago. And he wanted, and he noticed that the lighter the skinned the people would be, the more evil and things that they would get. Now, this is written in the book of Yakub. I didn't write it. I read it, and I'm just sharing some of the thoughts that I read in it. But colorism, it has played a big part, sort of like the caste system in India. And with the caste system in India, you're ranked by certain families that you were born into. But in India, it's things like this because the British were there and they turned the darker skinned Indians against the lighter skinned Indians and gave the lighter skinned Indians more privileges than they did the darker skinned Indians. And therefore, in India, you have a clash of two things that is rotten. You have the caste system and you have colorism. Because the darker that the Indian is, the worse he's treated, which is not right, in any sort. And this mentality which has been spreaded everywhere they have ruled, and it seems like every nation is either gaining their freedom, gaining freedom from the British, French, the Spaniards. They're the ones that have tried to conquer everyone. In Africa, tore it up, searching for minerals, natural resources. In Haiti, look what they did. Everywhere they go, I mean, they're just destroying, destroy. Never build for anything. So with that being said, colorism, it's a strong subject, and within the society, the systematic position of colorism. Like I said, the lighter that you are, the fairer that you are, the better you're treated in society. And this mentality was embedded by the early ruling or conquerors, Caucasian conquerors, when they conquered portions of Africa, India, Australia, everywhere they went. Even on in here in America, it spread it to America as well. And the House, when they created slavery, the one that was in the House was the lighter skin. That was and that lighter skin slave came from the slave master mating with the slaves. Couldn't keep his hands off of them. They produced children, light skinned children. That's why, if you notice in society of black people accept everybody, every race. They will accept. Yep, it is, and it's just like every other race is opposed to black people. I'm gonna share my screen. And I'm gonna show you a little bit of colorism from what I'm showing you right now. Colorism. All right, the only opinion that matters presents a tribal phone power move. Just my thoughts with International G. Now, colorism. The physiological aspects of colorism. With that being said, go on and we show you. All skin is of brown tone, but the absence of melanin, the less melanin you have in your skin, the lighter that you will be. And Yakub knew this. And he knew by mating the lighter skinned people together, eventually you were going to come up with a race of pure, not pure, a pure race, as Hitler would say, but it was pure, free of melon. Yeah, that's all I could, think of. It's not being a super race or anything like that. With that being said, a lot of negatives were with that right there. You created, didn't know what you created. Side effects with that. But the colorism, you taking people's skin tone and you're ranking them amongst each other, and you're saying what you're saying is lighter skinned people are pure. The lighter that you are, the purer you are, which is the opposite. Because the darker you are, the more in tune in this world that you are. And that's why everybody that's of lighter skin always seem to want to get darker. Now, with that being said, I'm going to share something. And what it's saying is colorism is the prejudice or discrimination, often within a racial or ethnic group, favoring individuals with lighter skin over those with darker skin. It's a form of discrimination that can manifest in various ways, impacting self perception, opportunities, and social interaction. And with that being said, let's go stick with the first one that's talked about, impacting self perception. If you have someone that tells you your skin is ugly because you're darker, or all you see is people of lighter skin tones being in position of being an actor or getting opportunities and things like that. That plays in your self perception and the way you think of yourself, like another form of mental slavery. It puts bounds on you on your mind. The discrimination based on skin tone, also known as colorism or shadeism, is a form of prejudice and discrimination, like I said, in which people of certain ethnic groups or people who are perceived as belonging to a different skin racial group are treated differently based on the different skin tones. And that started it off. The British always did this. This is how they took over, divided, and conquered. In any situation, the easiest way to conquer any society is to divide them and to conquer easily once you've created that division. Kind of what's going on right now in America. The United States of America has been divided up against two parties, the Bloods and the Crips, aka the Democrats and the Republicans. And I didn't want to get into anything political tonight because politics really has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, with the subject matter being colorism. But it's just an example that I'm using. And now, but that shows you how society is easily manipulated. divide and conquer. Like I said, you divide them. So you create. So you have to have some type of division, some type of way of dividing them. And the easiest way that the Caucasian divided the people was through colorism. The lighter, the better, and they did that. And when they made it with the slaves and had children, and those children came out of light skin complexion, they made sure that those light skinned people that they produced was in the house, didn't have to go to the field, was treated almost as good as one of their children. Almost, I said almost. Now they still were slaves, but almost. Yeah, and so I mean, it's different things of impact that impacts this sensitive subject of colorism. It's alive today, but it's just in different forms. In the form that it's in today is the greener your money is. It's rich and poor. So you always have to have a way of division, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. That's what it's all about. Devil played. Devil's busy with that. Now, tell you a little bit about what's colorism. Now, research shows that skin color biases affects perceptions and interactions in the way that they once. Okay, okay, we looked at once. Okay, this is Kenneth Clark, his famous doll study, and I remember that doll study. Kenneth Clark did that doll study. My headphones are about to die, so I'm gonna have to be fast with this subject matter today. But yeah, Kenneth Clark, he had the doll study. He had a white baby doll and a black baby doll, and he would have little black babies or you know children, probably I think about 3 to 4 years old, 5 years old, and he was asking, which baby doll would you prefer? And gave him the black baby doll, then gave him the white baby doll. And the black child would choose the white baby doll. They say that she was prettier, and the black baby doll was ugly and mean. And this is what society has taught. This is what the British, mainly the British, because they were masterminds of psychological technology that was taught to them by their father, Yakub. See, research on history be your best reward on anything. Just research on any subject in general will be your best subject on anything, your best on anything. But I remember, yeah, Kenneth Clark, they did that baby doll study, and all those darker skinned kids were choosing the white baby doll over the black baby doll, and that was colorism. All because of colorism, right there. That's colorism. There's no other way of looking at it. That's what it was. I have a caller calling in, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Hello, hello. Caller.
Hi.
Hi. How are you, caller? Can you hear me?
Y- yes.
Okay. Right on. All right. All right. All right. So yeah, the subject matter today, caller, is on colorism. We're talking about colorism, and I can't put you on like that. Let me see. There's another call coming in. one at a time.
I think first of all, hi, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
Uh, and I just would like to say, I think at the end of the day, and we really have to come down to, we all have to be aware of what is going on. And those are facts, that this is part of what is going on out there. However, at the end of the day, we all have to remember that it isn't coming down to a certain color. It is only coming down to, I would much rather stand without color and stand on character and loyalty and stand for humanity, because our humanity right now is in danger of extinction. And we have to come back to, we were given the right to be stewards of the earth and of the oceans and of the animals. And we have, unfortunately, the corrosion, and it's such a deep subject, and I don't want to get off it, but my opinion on it is that at the end of the day, there really shouldn't be any color. We have to stand, our generation, well, at least mine, I don't know. I mean, our older generation has to stand and really make a difference in our generations to come, and to teach them about all the things that they need to do to be self-sustainable. And because if we don't, it is going to wipe out all those generations behind us. We have to take a stand. It is not about color. I know out there, I'm quite aware of this. But who is going to, what? I'm going to turn around, you're going to say, oh, well, that guy hunts fish, whatever. Everybody was here with individuality, and they were here to put here, each of us with some purpose of like minds. Um, and I don't want to get off the subject, but the bottom line is, it isn't about color. We have to stand without color. We have to stand. If we're going to stand for anything, let's not stand in color.
Right. Well, what I'm
Let's
saying
stand
with
for
with
humanity. Let's stand for humanity.
right
That's all. So,
now with colorism, I'm not. I don't want anyone to get colorism confused with racism. See,
right.
colorism is a discrimination or a bias against someone's skin tone. Racism is discrimination, hatred, or violence directed at people because of things like their race, ethnicity, or where they're from. Racism can take many forms, like an individual, an institution, a structural. Um, and colorism is just similar, almost similar to the caste system. See, colorism could be racism within my own ethnic group. And it is. The lighter that a person is, they're looked at, oh, that's a fair person. Um, and that mentality has been bestowed on us, not only by slave masters, um, but they were taught that, you know, when they were civilized, what, and that's just facts. And this is just a colorism is used as a form, um, like I say, to divide and to conquer.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And it's been going on for forever now. And it is, if I can be so bold to say, it has been, um, our social media, and feeding into, I mean, think about it this way as well. I mean, if I can just be a little bit more bold about this, but it even goes through the sound waves of music and divides us in those colors too.
Right.
So these are all, and you've got to think that those musics and those tempos as well can be used in negative effects to cause depression. Everything is environmental to me. Everything has been predetermined on how to divide us, as you said. And it's now we let's get back to taking care of what we need to, and put shit aside. We're quite aware of this. Let's you know let's learn from each other. We're all teachers and we're all students, you know? That's it. That's it.
Right. And you learn every day. You learn. You should
Yeah,
learn every day. You should strive to study and learn every day.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
what's up.
you know,
But yeah, like in what colorism is rooted in racism though. That's a fact. Uh, Especially within in America, within the minority groups of America, Black America, so-called Black America. Don't like to call Black people black because black mean dead, and I gotta change that mentality. Um, but it's bought on, and that was a start of a problem. And you taught that at an early age, just like I said when they did that when they did the study with the baby dolls. They did that study with the baby dolls and had the black baby doll and the white baby doll, and they were asking the black kids which doll do they prefer, and all of them chose the white baby doll. Said it was beautiful, and the black baby doll was ugly. That taught this. This is a child. Child only learns from that. A child knows nothing when it comes into the world. It only imitate the atmosphere. That's how it learns. That's why a child is not speaking when it's born. It takes a while, a whole year almost, or more, for a child
but
to start speaking. Because and I think God done that for a reason. I mean, just look at it. You have two eyes, you have two ears, you have one mouth. So what God is telling you, He wants you to observe with your eyes. He wants you to listen with your ears twice as much as you speak. That way you're learning, and you're learning. And that's what a child does. And like I say, only imitate their atmosphere. And in their atmosphere, what do they see? In their environment, what do they see? They're looking at cartoons. They're looking at TV all the time, and all they see is. And nowadays it's a little better because you have black channels such as BET and things like that, all black channels, even though it's ran by white or Jewish companies that's owning them. But at least that aspect of um, colorism is can be deflected. I was gonna say deflected. So a child is able to see um, someone that looks like them and able to be proud about it. See, that was the problem right there. All they used to see on TV, all we used to see on TV were white people, people of lighter skin complexion, Lena Horns and things like that. And she hated her skin complexion. She wished she was darker. She said it. She wished she was black as night. You know what I'm saying? She said she was cursed with that skin color. Because she didn't want to, and I can understand how she feels now because of colorism, psychological warfare that they bestowed on us to divide us from within our own ethnic group. That was half the battle right there. Divide, you can conquer. And if you act like you teaching somebody one group something, the other one, the lighter skinned ones, they begin to think they're more privileged when they're not.
no.
And jealousy starts and everything. I mean, it starts right there. That's the basis of all racism in society. You know, um, and it's sad. So we have to break the chains and things somewhere. And I'm glad this subject matter was one that came up, because colorism is bad. You know, it's terrible. It's of the devil. You know, it is no other way around it. Any type of um, racism, um, colorism.
Well, and I think, excuse me, I think we have to also recognize that this happens a lot amongst even, you know, their own cultures, white within white, or you know what I'm trying
I
to
think the
say.
white Caucasian people have more of a caste system than that of a colorism.
Because for example, you know, um, I was more accepted into different cultures opposed to being accepted into the white culture that I was adopted by. So um, I took on a lot of their those traditions and those traits of these beautiful different cultures that I was so just amazingly had experience with, and a lot of the families took me in because you know, the home life was not good, and this was
And
within a white family, you know. So
right, so,
this happens, you know. And then I was always called, you know, names just because I wasn't um Irish, you know. So
right.
I looked totally different. So you know, it was so it happens everywhere and I
So
think it's a shame.
so you're familiar with different growing up with different cultures, nationalities, and all of that, right?
Absolutely,
So
absolutely, yes.
you should know, if you know about different nationalities and things of that nature. The person or the race of the person, the more the darker shade of brown, because we all have like a brown shade, you know, that shade of brown. Um, but the darker, the more melanated it is, the more acceptant um, they are of other races.
Very much so. I can agree with that, and I can personally say it, um, because I was married to a very dark man, and um, so yeah, it is from culture, and that was my family, you know. So and it was an amazing journey at that time, and to this day, I still talk to this gentleman, and his mom and I are still very close. So you know, it was like my family to me.
Right,
Yeah, that so amazing, just amazing.
right.
And this was you've got to understand, this is in Oakland on 6600 block.
Right. Okay.
This family. So it was just like it was not. I never was ever felt in, and vice versa. There was no color there. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever heard of the paper bag test?
So what is that?
The
I'm
paper
sorry.
bag test. Have you ever heard of the paper bag test?
Paperback? No.
I want you to look that up on your spare time. Look it up.
Oh,
This
are
is
you
another
gonna?
reason why another form of racism. Well, it was colorism used to be racism. Was the paper bag test. And the paper bag test was used to determine if someone was allowed to enter churches, nightclubs, or fraternities, or
Oh,
anything. So what happened was,
wow.
if your skin tone was darker than a brown paper bag, you
I
were
didn't
not
know that
allowed
at
to enter.
all. Wow.
Facts.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a lot of things.
That's
Yeah.
that's really interesting. interesting that had no clue. I had no clue at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah,
That's
look it up.
cool.
It's called the paper bag test. A lot of
That's
people
really
don't know.
cool.
A lot of people, because it's sad. It's sad. I had a conversation with friends today, and it's sad. It's saddened to me because um, a lot of them are just content um, with how they are in life. They don't want to talk about politics. They don't want to talk about um, religion. They don't want to talk about especially in the black community or African American community or the, or melanated community. They don't want to talk about these things, and those are important things that you should talk about. I think
Well,
one should,
they are absolutely.
um, because
They are.
you need to get on the same page with your people and let them, if you know something and you know um, that they, somebody's walking in error or things of that nature right there, and you can show them, in a peaceful way. But things get escalated, and because it's two things they say you shouldn't. They should know because people are so passionate about their Jesus, um, or their Allah, or their whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or their Buddha, or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? Um, they're so passionate about that, and they're so passionate about being a Republican or a Democrat and things to that nature right there. And a lot of them, and I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, I try, I try, and the more you go down a rabbit hole, you'll see where things come from. It all has a evil has a starting point. And colorism is one of the foundations of that. This
Very
is how
much
they
so.
started dividing you. This is how they eventually uh, led to being conquered. They made you feel weaker. Um, they made their self appear to be um, superior. Um,
It's very true.
it is due to technology. They can't compete uh, man on man. One on one without a head start. You know, and it's sad because
It is.
I think
It's
because
disheartening.
because
It's
because
disheartening.
the thing is because I feel this way right here. I feel Martin Luther King was wrong when he said all men are created equal. I think that's the biggest lie in the world. I think, in other words, I think my thought pattern on that is I think that we're equally created. We all have a certain amount of potential within us. I don't think we all have the same, so we're not equally. We're not created equal. So, because if we were created equal, everybody can be doing the same thing that the next person can do. Instead, I think we're equally created. We all have a certain amount of potential to be great at something, not the same thing of something. Even somebody that's disabled, blind, whatever. Look at Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder. They were blind, but mother can't sing. I'll sing them. I'll play a piano with them. You know what I'm saying? Instruments with them. Do things that they done. A lot of people that can see can't do that. You understand?
Yeah. You can't take away anything from that. It comes from the soul. So their talent you can not be able to see, but it's amazing. When you have limitations, you do learn about yourself a lot more. Yeah.
You do. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
So yeah.
But like I said, colorism was there. Has been there from the beginning. It used to be embedded more into our society, the colorism thing, when we didn't have, thank God for the advancement of technology to give, so we can have more chance, even though um, that black entertainment television is dumbifying us. At least the kids can turn that channel to that channel and see somebody, see a doctor that look like them, see a fireman, a policeman, a lawyer, or anything, a judge, or a millionaire, a billionaire that looks like them. Even though if it's even portrayed on television, because that's where it first starts is in the mind. You think it, you can do it. You understand what I'm saying? Anything that you think you can do, and it is for real. Mind, hey, once you get the mind, hey, hey, body will follow, body will follow. So, I mean, and that's so colorism. I think is the foundation of all of racism when it goes from because it starts within um, that group, that individual group, and
Absolutely.
yeah. Let me see. Reading this, reading a
I agree.
damn. See if I can read this whole time. Read this, and it won't do. It's not doing. Don't know why. But anyway, yep, that's all. But like I said, colorism is it's all over the place. So we just have to just be conscious of things like that. The first thing is being conscious of a lot of things, and once you're conscious of it, things that happen. What's going on? That's why. And if you notice, that's why a lot of the industry that's has been excelling over the last 30, 30, 40 years is that industry, the cosmetic industry, where the skin lightening. Michael Jackson did it. I don't know if he was ashamed of being black. He said he had a certain form of some skin disease. I don't believe it. I think he bleached his skin, like he tried to change up his face and stuff to be more accepted. Was he a good musician? Yes, he was. But it just happens, you know what I'm saying? Colorism. It all starts at colorism. I think that's the foundation of everything right there. Colorism. But anyway, I just wanted to briefly go into that subject matter tonight. Should have got a lot more deeper, but this wasn't the subject matter that I had chose anyway. I'm just fulfilling it since we did say that we were going to do it. I will come out with next Saturday's topic, but it will not be released until I have to think about it. I have to give people a chance to let me know what they want to hear about the next stage, the next step in this. What you want to hear, you just let me know either on Facebook, YouTube. You can DM me, send me a message. Let me know what you want to talk about. Um, you know, go to YouTube. Let me know the only opinion that matters. And let me know what you want to talk about. We'll talk about it. One that you can call in, participate in. If you want something less serious to end the week or end the month, we can have something less serious. It's March Madness. Um, we're doing, you know, have a special show, the Music Man Sports Report, that's covering the March Madness. But we can, you know, we can just about do anything. You know what I'm saying? Any subject matter that you want to talk about, cover, get more into detail about, even debate peacefully. We don't have to be loud, obnoxious, anything like that. To have a debate, you be peaceful about it. That's why I mean, or just a conversation. And I really think it's important that we as people begin to talk about this religion more to each other. Be able to talk politics more to each other because you need to know. You may not know what's going on in the political world, or, or some things that you do need to know. So I think it's important. And if you have insight, then phone is ringing, y'all. Yes,
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
no worries. I'm about to end the show anyway. I'm ready to wrap it up anyway. And then I was
Okay,
just
goodbye.
taking everything a good note. And like I said, next Saturday I don't know what the topic will be, but you're more than welcome. Like I told everybody, more than welcome to chime in and send a direct message or anything about what you would like to hear. I said it don't have to be, doesn't have to be a serious topic this time. We can talk about just about anything. This is what Saturdays are for the people. Just my thoughts, whatever you want to talk
Well, I
about.
enjoyed it, and I'm very grateful. Thank you so
Well, I
much. And
appreciate you calling in. It gives me somebody to bounce off to. It's kind of hard to do a podcast almost really by yourself
it
because
is, it is.
you're trying to bounce a conversation off unless you have everything pinpointed like a and have it. And I like that. Sometimes I just like to go off the rip and just let things happen. I think that's when the best performances come about when it's not planned.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, it's researched upon. You have your plan. You already have the knowledge of the show, but when you just go and let things happen, you bounce a conversation off somebody. So I really appreciate your phone call and you calling in, chiming in. Um, give me somebody to bounce things off of.
No,
And
always. And
yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's just, it's good. Like I said, we're all teachers and we're all students when we need to be. And it's just important that we remember that individuality of all of us is very important. And we have to be aware of, yes, politics. We have to be aware of, religion and what's going on in the world. And it is so appreciated, those facts. But we also have to be aware that we're running into things that, this extinction of humanity, if we don't do what we need to do to really remember that we were given that stewardship to the earth and over the animals in this planet. It was not about color when that was given to us. So let's start standing without that color and stand in unity. And that's all really at the end of the day, I
right,
find it fascinating. I think we can and all constantly, like you said, constantly learn. And I find that amazing, and I do appreciate um, all that I do learn. I've got to look up the paperback one. So I do appreciate so much,
right.
what
Yeah, you
you
look up
do.
that paper bag test up. You'll see it. You'll be amazed at some of the things that people with melanated, you know, melanated people had to go through.
Yes, it's
How
sad.
we were treated and things of that
Yeah.
nature. It gets worse. I mean, people. That's why I just don't understand people accept the things that they accept and be a part of the things that they're a part of. When they know, if they knew half the things that we went through.
Yeah, they're conforming to things that were implanted through every bit of their environment, through music, through everything that they did,
That's why they changed the
through what
frequency of
they
music.
ate,
They
through,
changed the
yes,
frequency of music.
Yes.
Rockefellers did this in order, and they played a
Yes.
big part. They're devils. They're Satanists. You dig
Yes.
what I'm saying? And you know
Just
what
like
else they are. I'm
Hitler.
not going to tell you what else they are, but
Yes.
you already know what the
Yeah.
Rockefellers are. Okay,
Yeah.
and they changed the frequency of music, so they were able to allow
Yes.
that able to remember back in the 70s, 60s, and late 60s and 70s. The music was so good. You dig what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
it was music. Hey, people wasn't
Hmm.
about no fighting. People was on the dance floor. They were damn near making love. It was all
It
about
was
love.
a feel
Okay,
good. It
then
was
you
that
get hip
feel
hop
good.
on a different
Yes.
frequency, and they ready to
Absolutely.
kill each
Yeah.
other. And now what else? Hip hop is ruling the world, taking over the
Hmm.
world. That could be
But you've got to
a good way,
understand
or is it
too,
bad?
right? In the 70s too, that feel good music, then guess what? That's when the drugs went crazy. What wasn't it? LSD and all that crud at that time, or what was it in the
Yeah.
70s that went like wildfire, and that free love, and there you go.
Heroin
Yeah.
came back in the Vietnam War.
Okay.
You had a lot of
Okay.
heroin addicts come back then because
And
uh,
that went with the music and that free love and all the crap. You know what I'm saying? So it comes in waves with the music, and then they'll hit certain, groups, ethnic groups. Of course, they're gonna shovel it off. You know.
right,
I mean, it's so deep, and it's a damn shame. But
yeah,
I think
it
we.
is, and you know the thing is, I just wish people could see what was in front of their eyes. You know what was really happening. I wish them, man, I wish them insight so they could see for themselves. I really do because they're lacking
They,
it.
hey,
They
check out.
lacking it. They lacking it.
Hey, you've probably already seen it, but um, um, the 11th hour.
Uh-huh.
11th hour. Check it out. It's a documentary, and it's some real crud. But and some of those scientists on there magically disappeared, like Lucky Charms magically.
Right.
They gone. But check it out, and you'll find it absolutely fascinating. Your facts, man. I was gonna start, but it's a documentary, and wanna talk about all of that. You're gonna find it where I believe you're gonna find it absolutely fascinating.
I
Check
watched
it
that
out.
documentary tonight, The 11th Hour.
Yes,
Yeah, but
11th hour.
yeah, I'll
It's a
watch it tonight.
documentary.
I'll watch it
Yeah,
tonight.
please, and I would love to
I got
hear
about 10
your
Apple credits.
philosophy
I
on
can
it.
watch movies and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, I'll watch that. The 11th Hour. Yeah,
Yep,
I will
right
watch
on.
that tonight. I will watch that tonight.
But
But yeah,
always, I give you so much love and so much peace and always positive spiritual energy. And thank you. I'm humbly grateful
I
for all
appreciate
that you do.
And I appreciate you
Yeah.
calling in this evening. I didn't know if you was gonna call in or not. I said shit. Big Hans ain't with us no more. I said shit.
Really? Really?
I don't know. Maybe you might not even call in, but I'm glad it's the show that's bringing you here.
Nah.
I'm really
Nah,
thankful.
I got my best friend there, I gotta call in,
Right.
you're all right.
I really appreciate it. We appreciate you calling in. I really do. Bounce
Yeah,
conversations off of you. You know what I'm saying, and that's wonderful.
it is
But
nice,
yeah,
thanks.
with colorism though, it played a big impact on things within our own community. Like I say, putting us against one another. And these are serious
Absolutely.
conversations that people really need to start having amongst each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
And I
can't
think
allow it.
there's that seriousness, but yet I think we have to also, um, because I find it that if I didn't get the experience around so many amazing cultures, I wouldn't be who I am today spiritually, because it was it was I was taken in by every race that you can possibly imagine
Right.
from a little girl, and I was never looked at any different than them, and so I think we have to take that positivity of what they were, my saving grace through life.
That's what it is. I
And
mean, black people can't be bad. We were made this way. You understand what I'm saying? We were made. right now, the black people that you know today, right now in this society, all this stuff, we were made conditioned to be this way. And but one of Biden's speeches, and that's what I'm not gonna never let up on that bastard because I really despise him. His speeches in Congress in '93 for his '94 crime bill that he passed, he admitted it. He said even though we created them,
Mm.
even though we created them. And how did they create them? How did they create these monsters? Okay, what you did is what you did is you had all this stuff that was going on. Um, hold up, okay, what you see and then where was I at? Please, damn, distraction,
You know
distraction.
what?
You don't even know.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
I know where I was, back in the '70s, as children and stuff. As children, what was I going with that right there? I had it perfect. Damn, this. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put my phone on mute, man. I'm telling you, I'm just gonna just put it, man. Just distracted me right there. Oh yeah, now I know what it was. As youth, as a youth back in the '70s and stuff like that. I say '60s and '70s. Um, the colorism started, because we were the images that we seen on TV. You understand what I'm saying? And that play that not only that, it was black was demonized and white anything white was right. Black get back. You heard the old saying before, but the thing is, and all white people can tell you, I mean, yeah, we were made this way. They were made this way. We were conditioned this way. That's where I was going. This is where I started from. We were conditioned that way. Conditioned from his because Biden's been in this forever since the '70s, but he was in politics from the '60s, but wasn't elected until early '70s. And worked with some of the most racist senators in America. Um, But like I said, he said even though we created them, and one may ask, well, how did he create them? He did it. Systematic plans, easy. Systematic plans. We'll go into that later. But colorism was one of them, and it's evil. And people that use it is evil because now people know or and realizing the more melanin that you have in you, the more godlike you are. I drop it at that. I didn't say it. Scientists have said it. That's what they said. Research on that. I said it. Anything that come out of my mouth is a fact.
it's very true.
So just say it. Just research it and see it for yourself. That's why they're using melanin is in computer chips and all of that now. Something special. And
Hmm.
you wonder why all these kids getting missing. I ain't gonna go nowhere else. But I know who behind it. That's a subject for a day soon to come. And that day right there, after I expose these people, I hope I'm still around. I really do. But they need exposing. Just like it's time for us to have conversations amongst ourselves about political parties because we can't continue to walk in blind and accepting everything they say is true. Research on history be your best reward. Asking
It's very
why,
true.
why, 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 why. Was for ask questions. Don't just take this jab. Well, what is it for? Why do I need it? You know? Don't be no sheep.
And this is what I I so agree with what you're saying. And we have to stand for that. And it shouldn't be on the words of, oh, yeah, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about. This is
Shit,
fact.
everything I'm talking about, you need to
This is
research it. It
fact.
might not.
But this is the thing is they
The thing is, you know what I think it is. You know what I
they
think it.
fear the
You know
facts.
what I think it is. That's what exactly what I think it is. Like I had a conversation with a friend of mine today. We almost got to arguing and stuff, but I'm not gonna allow it to get to arguing. We're friends, but you're blind. You sleep, you know. And I'm trying to wake you up, and I'm trying to tell you the truth. I don't want to
You
talk about this.
can't though. You can't.
But
They don't want to know the truth
listen,
yet. They're
this is
not
the
ready
thing
to
though.
see
You
it.
have to. You 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 have
Mhm.
to. You have to. You have to. Even though
Absolutely.
you know what it is, the truth hurts.
Mhm.
The shit hurts. It hurts,
Mhm.
but it'll be all right. I know it hurt. It hurts, but truth and facts. Give me that over faith and belief any day. Truth, faith, and I remember I put that on my Facebook page one time. Truth, faith, and belief. Which one would you prefer? People chose faith and belief over
No,
truth.
no,
Over
I want the
truth.
truth. No,
Get the fuck out of here.
no,
So you that just
because
told me that just tell me
they're like
anything. You
this.
think they can
This is
tell them
yep,
anything because they know they're gonna believe anything.
absolutely.
But with that being said, I'm not gonna keep this day going. This basketball games are on. We've been on in over an hour right now. I am so thankful that you called in. I really am. I
Well, thank you,
appreciate it.
thank you.
Yes, I really do. I appreciate you calling in to um, and I got to get used to doing this by myself. You dig what I'm saying? You feel free to call in anytime you want to, except for on Tuesdays. You know, Tuesdays is a show that um, hot off the press, whatever. You know, we just give. I'm just doing current events and news, and just wrapping that up for the week. I'll see y'all on Tuesday, but on Saturday I'll have the subject, the new subject at hand. I will have that to everybody by Tuesday. I might reveal it on hot off the press. Then again, I might just put it out before then. I might put it out tomorrow. I got to think about a good show to end this month off, this month of March off. But with that being said, I wish everybody peace, love, happiness, and another thing too. Um, I was just thinking about something today. We was at breakfast with a friend of mine because a friend of mine got married yesterday, and we went out to breakfast this morning. And I was just thinking, we had a table full of people. We were eating breakfast and things, and it's on the way to the restaurant. It was a homeless man. Will wanting food and things like that. And shit, man, I was talking to one of the guys at the table. I said, shit, we should get this motherfucker a fishing rod so this motherfucker can go fishing and he can catch fish and eat for the whole motherfucking week for itself in one day. You dig what I'm saying? Shit, why don't motherfucking homeless people think about that? You hungry, motherfucker, go get you a motherfucking fishing rod and go fishing and feed your motherfucking self the whole motherfucking week. Therefore, you can look for a job or get right. They really need mental illnesses and stuff, and I think they really need to. Most of those motherfucking younger people that's out there, they're not mentally ill. They got a con going on. They're drug addicts and shit like that. They have a con going on, and they rather will beg you for money than work a job. That is their job. Just look. I've seen some leave where they're going and going in their car, and their car is newer than mine. You dig what I'm saying? And look better than mine. So these are facts. One day I'm gonna follow the motherfucker and just damn expose them on air and do a fucking show about this shit. Watch this shit. For real. Hey, watch them people, man. I'm telling you. Give a motherfucker a fishing rod. We go in and get these motherfucker fishing rods and shit and tell these motherfucker, hey, take your ass fishing and have them you can
Mhm.
take your ass fishing in the morning, you can catch you a couple fish, you got enough fish to eat you for the day. Damn shit,
Absolutely.
you lucky you stay in there half a day. You might have a damn enough fish that you catch for the whole damn week.
Well, honestly, you probably don't. You probably don't want this. Some parts of the ocean now,
I'm
anyway.
just saying, shit, just
I
shit, the
know.
river, anything, shit. Hey,
Yeah.
hungry hell, shit, shit, slew. Yeah, I ain't even gonna go there. But anyway, it's been a great show. I really
Thank
appreciate
you,
you.
thank you
I really
again.
appreciate you calling in. Just look for the subject matter. I'm gonna end this month in a bang. I want a lot of participation in next week's show, and I gotta get
With a
something.
bang.
Yeah, end it with a bang. And I have to figure out what this subject gonna be about. But everybody be on the lookout at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Look out for the announcement of what next week's show's about, and I want some participation. Miss J, thank you for calling in once again. I wish you peace, love, and happiness, and prosperity, and everything else that goes with something good. And remember, at the
Yep,
end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's only two things: it's you're good or you're bad. No other way. No other. Ain't no in betweens or nothing. You're either a good person or you're a bad person. And I try to. I don't give a damn what color you are. You're good or you're bad. Okay. And at the end of the day, I just want positive people around me. I want good people around me. Um, I don't care.
and back
Yeah,
at you.
no doubt.
Love, 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 love. So much positive energy. Thank you again.
Thank
It's
you.
always so nice. Have a good night,
You
and
too. You too. You
we'll
too.
talk soon, okay?
Yep. Tune in on Tuesday. You know, I'm probably gonna have some exciting news. News to share with you all. I need to get. I need to. I've had a lot of people that have texted me and called me, want to know what this Trump um, segregation thing, lifting the segregation thing is about. I don't know. So stop texting and calling me. I'm gonna find out. I'll go down the rabbit hole and I will have it on Tuesday's show. I will go into it and I'll let you know.
Mm,
And if Trump is wrong, I will let you know he's wrong. I don't give a damn. I don't give nobody no passes. You wrong, you wrong. You right, you right. Okay, and that's how it is. I'm not affiliated with any party, so therefore I'm not loyal to anybody but self and the people that I love and care about. And I love all y'all. I just want y'all to wake up and let's come together. Because together we can build so much. We can
there
do
you
so
go.
much. Progressions, remember, Tribe Called Quest said this. Q-Tip, my man, said this, and this is so true. Progressions can't be made if we're separate forever. So we gotta come onto a common
Absolutely.
ground, y'all. That's why I'm trying to wake y'all ass up, get y'all ass on, know who's with you and who's truly against you.
There
And
you
no,
go.
I'm trying to tell you, and that might be what I talk about. I don't know. I don't want to get into that right now. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all. Thank y'all, Miss J. Thank you for calling in. Gave me that
Prince,
energy
feel better,
to
friend.
talk.
Feel
It makes me
better.
want to talk. Having someone to talk to, bounce a conversation off of is a good thing because I can talk more, express myself more, things I might have forgot, or you might say something to trigger something else that I was thinking about but forgot about. Now I
Oh, we
got
could have
it.
got real deep in some stuff,
Right, we're
but it
not
would have
gonna.
gone on forever and ever
Yes.
and
Well, you
ever.
know, maybe next time when ain't so many games on. Right now, these games on, and I'm eager to get to them. Okay,
Well, then
because.
get off the vehicle. Okay, peace.
But I love
Bye.
y'all so much. I love y'all
Love,
so
love, love.
much. I love y'all so
Bye
much. But
bye.
listen, peace, y'all. Peace, love, and I need some participation from y'all. All right, but like that, with how we started, it's how we gonna end the show. Positive energy always creates elevation. That is the truth. That's peace. And we're going to end it like that, bro. It's just in love. Love y'all. Peace.
Oh, God.
Peace.